So, a sister by the name of Anne Marie Samuels reached out to me because she's been going through racism big time by her very racist neighbor by the name of Milan Jelinek, who happens to be a college professor at Centennial College teaching psychology of all things. And she's been going through racism at the hands of him and his mother for years. And she reached out because she wanted to share her story because she doesn't really feel like there's anywhere she can turn to because the police aren't doing anything. She's even reached out to the school he works at. They're not doing anything about it. So she reached out to me. I had a chance to sit down with her before playing the interview that I conducted with her. Just take a look at what she's been going through at the hands of these anti-Black racist neighbors. And then we'll go into the interview and then we'll talk further.
Honest to God, nice black people everywhere. We live in the whole neighborhood. You lock it up?
Wait, turn on the hose. Turn on the hose, somebody. Get away from my car. Get away from my car.
She just slapped me, man. I'd like to.
Get away from my car.
She just assaulted me.
You're on my property.
You're
on our lawn. You're on our lawn, so back up. And assaulting me. You're on our lawn.
The little guy comes out. Let's get a good look at the little guy when he comes out at 12:30. It's a child. It's not an adult. There's a child up at 12:30, running around. Hi there. Did you call? Please.
You should go to the person that called you.
No, let's see if we hear anything. See if you hear anything. If you don't, then they could be sleeping. It's 12:45 at night. We're not going to do, not going to.
You're a filthy pig. You're a filthy pig. You are a filthy pig. You are really. There you go. Kezia. Kezia. You piece of low life. May God strike you dead, you and your mother. Don't touch my anointed. Bless his name at all times, and his praises shall be continued. Psalms 34. I will bless the Lord at all times, and his in my mouth continually.
Don't fall asleep.
This is why I am blessed. This is why I am blessed.
You stink. That's why you blast and you blast. Yeah.
And I'm what?
That's why you blast, because you blast.
Look what's happening to your country. Look what's happening to your country.
Reward me all you want.
Go to a nursing home. Go to a retirement home. Go to a retirement home. Go to a nursing home. You a sick person. Look at you. You need help. You and your mother. Your mother.
Say it again.
Your mother.
Oh where's your camera again? It's there, isn't it? Yes, it is.
It is assault.
Say again what you said, you filthy pig.
You're a filthy pig.
Say it again.
You're a filthy pig.
Say it again.
You are a filthy pig. You are.
Hey everyone, so I'm on with Anne-Marie Samuels, and she's going to share her story of going through just an enormous amount of anti-Black racism in Niagara. Anne-Marie, thanks so much for coming on, sharing your story. Like, seriously, what is going on? You have this neighbor, and first I want to find out, did you move in there before him, or was he living there before you?
So I moved in before. These are new developments. So I took occupancy in October 2021. And then he moved in, I think, summer of 2022.
And what happened? Like, how did we get to this point where we're having this conflict and he's taking images of your license plate and there's this back and forth that's going on? How did that start?
So I'm not sure where his animosity is coming from, but ever since he moved in, he's just been just taking pictures of me, my kids, my license plate, just a complete nuisance. I even tried reaching out to the owner because he rents next door. And so I tried reaching out to the owner. The owner has done nothing. They own a car dealership in Niagara Falls, and they've done absolutely nothing. I went to their dealership to speak to them about him, what he's been doing to me, the racism, the constant attacks on me and my family, and they did nothing.
Did you also contact the police?
I did. So police is involved because it all started when he started initiating the calls to Niagara police. So in 2023, he made about 25 calls to Niagara police about noise complaints. And each time that he called, and the noise complaints are my kids making noise. And each time that he calls, Niagara police would come to my house.
And when they came to the house, did you explain to them that, listen, this is the agitator here, this man next door who moved here after me and clearly has a problem living next to Black people? And what did the police kind of say to you when you explained to them that you're not the one causing the problem here?
So when I told him that like he's just calling about noise complaints, he's racist, he's been just harassing me directly and indirectly. They would just write a report. And so I have all of the reports, I have everything, all the calls, everything. And they did nothing. Uh, then 2024, I was going March of 2024, I went outside to start my car, and then he comes right up to me and starts yelling at me, screaming at me, taking pictures again of my license plates, the cars, and then proceeded to just come in my face. And then we just started arguing, and then he knocked my phone out of my hand, broke my phone, and they charged him with mischief, and he had to pay for my phone. But there's videos of him saying all the, like, look at all these Black people in the neighborhood. They're just like, he's just very racist. He obviously does not like Black people.
Yes, I saw the capture of him saying something along all these Black people in this neighborhood are a-holes. And
Yes.
you know, it's clear that this man is a racist. Okay,
Yeah.
it's obvious, and it is very eerily familiar to situations and experiences that I've gone through as well, living in this racist province.
Yeah.
So I can totally relate to what you're going through. And the issue I also have is that I just don't feel like you're getting protected here. I
I'm
saw the
not.
footage. Right. I saw the footage with this man knocking the phone out of your hand. I see that you're also, you're fighting back for sure. You're not putting up with it, and rightfully so. But I do get concerned sometimes about the safety of us, especially Black women who are constantly being attacked by white men, verbally,
Yes,
physically, etc. So I do have some concerns where that's concerned. And I do feel like, people like him, they are really banking on it being such an inconvenience and making your life so miserable that you will end up moving.
that's
And
his that's his target. That is his
right,
target, and that's what he said to the officer. And that day when he knocked the phone out of my hand, I did not touch him. I did not retaliate. He was the aggressor. He was the aggressor. And once he knocked the phone out of my hand and broke it, you could hear me walking to go and pick it up. And he was literally following me.
I saw that footage as well. And so when he followed you, he didn't do anything more. You picked up the phone, the
No,
broken
he was
phone.
just like really close to me, like really close proximity, like just it just kind of like a creepy kind of closeness, like somebody that's like right behind you, but they want to know you're right behind them and they want to start something. But I just picked my phone up and I you can hear me screaming for my daughter. So,
Has he done anything, or attacked your children in any way?
so he's been taping them. He's been taping the kids. He's been taping me. He's even has footage of me in my backyard cleaning the pool. We have like a little pool and there I'm cleaning it and he has footage of me cleaning the pool and there's he sent the footage to FACS, which is Family and Children Services, and he even describes the underwear that I'm wearing. So he's taping me, taping my kids. If they're playing in the backyard with their soccer ball with the other kids in the neighborhood, and the ball happens to go over his side, he keeps them. So he probably has a total of 10, 20 soccer balls because he doesn't bring them back over. He keeps them.
You have told the police that he's been videotaping you, and they're not doing anything about that either, especially filming your children.
They did nothing. The last fight was a week ago. The neighbors saw him videotaping the kids playing, and my son said to him, "Stop taping us." He was making gorilla sounds and taping the kids, and then my son said, "Stop taping me," and then he took his slipper off to throw it at him. He kept his slippers. He still has them. The kids that were playing with my son, who are Indian, they said that yes, he's been taping, but this is what he does. When I come out to go and see what he's doing, he runs in the house like a coward.
Well, we know they are cowards, right?
Yes.
um, so all of this is going on. The police aren't doing anything about it. You've called the police. What is this man's name, and what does he do for a living?
His name is Milan Jelinek, and he works in liberal arts. I think he teaches psychology at Centennial College. He's very racist. He doesn't like Black people. He lives with his mom, and she also doesn't like Black people. There's footage of her kicking garbage on my side of my house and calling me Blackie Blackie. I think I sent you that video. So they do not like Black people.
Well, have you contacted the school? Because he's a
I
teacher, and a teacher who's filming children and being racially and verbally abusive should not be working as a teacher.
No, absolutely not. And I would like all of the Black students at Centennial College to know that a lot of their marks could be based on because he doesn't like Black people. And so they need to know this. And I did reach out to the CEO of Centennial College, and he wrote, unfortunately, There's nothing that I can do about this, and then I need to go to the police station. I did.
Do you see the difference? Do you see the hypocrisy? Because
I
if it
do.
were a Black person doing this, the reception would have been different. The way that we would have been treated would be different. At the school as well, as a teacher, we would have not had a job. And this is
And
the problem that I have when it comes to racial and racism against Black people in this country. There
yes,
is a stark difference in the way that we are treated when we retaliate even. And this is why I'm glad that you're willing to come forward and have this conversation and put this person on blast so everybody
thank,
knows who he is and what
thank you.
he is. And I'm grateful that you sent me all of this footage because we have proof of these
Yes,
actions. Again, I'm just wondering, like, as far as your safety goes, do you feel safe being there as a mom trying to fight these people, and you have young children as well?
no, I don't. I do not feel safe. He still continues to take pictures of my children and videotaping us. He continues to take pictures even of my garbage. When I take my garbage out, he takes videos. It's just a nightmare being taped. And the latest one was I got a visit from FACS again. And I called her today and she said it was because Milan called and sent footage of my son on his scooter. He said it was late at night, and he has no helmet on. And I said, that is a lie. Um, my son will go outside if it's like dark, maybe like it's starting to get dark, like 8 o'clock, and I'm taking out the garbage. He'll just be going back and forth, back and forth. He did not take the footage of me being outside with my son. He decided to just take the footage of my son going back and forth and saying, "Oh my goodness, he's outside by himself. Where's his mom?" And everyone in the neighborhood knows that I am outside watching, or I sit in my car watching the kids.
Well, look, we're in fall. It starts to get dark at 7. So it could
Exactly.
have been 7 or 7:30. And does he
Right.
have footage of your son without his helmet on?
He's saying that he has footage of it of my son without his helmet on, and he's going back and forth, which is just a lie, like a complete lie. He even has, I have redacted information from FACS about all the calls that he's put in, and the lies on there are atrocious. He said he saw me coming in at 11 o'clock with my kids. And I'm like, so I can't live as a human being. I'm not allowed to come in at 11 o'clock with my kids. I'm not allowed to do anything without him calling and saying, oh, I saw her come in with her kids at 11 o'clock. That's a breach of my privacy.
100% is. And this is why it really is troublesome to me that the police are not seeing that there's a problem here. And they're not seeing that this man is an anti-Black racist and he is doing everything possible to make your life miserable and make you feel unsafe and your children unsafe so that you will go. My question to you is, you don't, or do you have any plans of moving from there?
I put the house up for sale, but because the market right now is not the greatest, people are actually losing money. So we had to pause on the sale of the house. So now I'm looking to rent it so that I can go, because Niagara Police is not on my side. They're actually on his side because he's white and I'm Black. And I've have footage of them talking to him a different way than how they're talking to me. And I'm not even the one that called, and I'm not the one that's giving the problems.
Yes, we always see a difference in the reception, right? And the way that
Yes,
we're treated. And that's why for me it is extremely infuriating because, again, as a Black woman and a white man, there is way too many cases of this going on where we're just being racially attacked, verbally attacked, physically attacked, and nothing really gets done.
Nothing.
So I'm really happy that you're sharing your story, and I'm really happy that you're you have the courage to come forward so that we can also put this out there in the news, for people to know what's going on,
I
including his
agree.
school, including the authorities, Niagara Police.
Yeah.
So I really thank you for sharing this, and
Thank you.
I really hope that you're able to leave there if that's what you decide to do. I know from my own experience, growing up and going through this kind of thing, we didn't move. We didn't move,
Right.
and we went through very similar things, putting garbage in our backyard, and constant anti-black slurs
Yeah.
whenever we left the house, and all of those things. We went through it, but we didn't move. And they
Right.
eventually had to concede and understand we're not going anywhere. But
Exactly.
there was safety in numbers for us, right?
Right.
Where in your case, it's
I
you
have
and
no
right, it's you and it's your children.
safe,
So you have to make
nothing.
a decision. And in this day and age here in Niagara, there are a lot of these groups that are popping up now that are preparing for race wars, and they're marching around and doing rallies and stuff, and they want mass deportations, they want to take Canada back, and it's a bunch of white men,
Exactly.
and they are masked, so you don't even know who they are.
Who they are,
This neighbor could be
exactly.
one of them for all we know, right? So it's
Right.
it's it's about safety at this point.
It is. I'm not feeling safe at all. And I did file a harassment against him for harassing me directly and indirectly. I went to the police station, did my statement, and till this day, they're saying that it's with the CIB and it's on hold because they are still waiting for additional information. It shouldn't be that on hold for that. It's been a year. My life is in danger. My kids are in danger. Get on top of it. Get on top of it.
What additional information do they need?
They need additional information from one of the workers at FACS. They said they've been trying to get a hold of her, but they have been unsuccessful. Um, and so they have to put it on hold. She works every day. What do you mean that you're not getting through? If I call tomorrow, I'm sure I can get her.
It's the lack of support.
It is.
It's the lack of support. It's the lack of regard for Black lives, and it's extremely problematic, especially
Yes.
when you live in a region where the Black history is so vast here.
Yes.
Yet you have people like this anti-Black racist who is really loud with it. I mean, this is overt. And
Very.
it doesn't matter how many complaints that you make, it doesn't feel like it's being met or taken seriously.
No, it's not.
Does something grave have to happen before the police realize, oh, and that's the problem that I'm having.
A single Black mother with her children being attacked by this white man that is larger than me, as you can see in the footage. He can seriously take me down in a second. Um, and this is why I'm appealing to the thing, like if there's a Black lawyer out there or somebody in the Black community that advocates for us, I'm appealing to them to help me because I need to feel safe where I live and I need justice.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will make sure that we
You're
put this
welcome.
forward and make sure
Thank
that
you.
your voice is heard. Thank you again so
Thank you
much for
very much.
sharing this. So, as you can see, she's going through it. And to the Niagara police, not sure why they're not doing anything. She has been in contact with officers who claim that because they've not had a chance to speak with family services, because as you heard, this man has been calling family services on this sister and lying and saying that her children are out in, wee hours of the morning, which is a lie. because as we spoke about in the interview, here in Ontario, once fall comes around, it starts getting darker earlier and earlier every day. And at this point of the year, it starts to get dark around 7. So he could be out there at 7 o'clock lying and saying that her children are out. He's just doing everything possible to make it very inconvenient for her so that she will move. And that's because he's an anti-black racist. He's called the police. As you can see, the police have come over. She's contacted his school, as I mentioned earlier, and the school is saying there's nothing that they can do about it. It's important that she contacts law enforcement, who aren't doing anything about it either. Here's what I have to say about this. What has to happen before anybody takes this man seriously? What has to happen? Now we've seen that, okay, he batted the phone out of her hand. He's constantly taking pictures of her license plate. He's constantly filming. He's constantly calling the police. According to Sister Anne-Marie, he's called at least 30 times on her. And nothing is being done. This is the problem that I have when it comes to Black people's lives. The lack of taking it serious is a huge problem. And it's not until something grave happens before anybody sits up and takes notice. And even then, it's still not taken seriously. This is why I keep saying we need a hate crime bill in this country, because of things like this that continue, that could escalate. So again, I appeal to Niagara Police and to the school he works for. You need to address this, because if it was a Black person, and I happen to know this for a fact, that there have been Black people that have lost work just based on a complaint or a filing that was not even close to going to trial or anything. The Black person was convicted, especially working in the school system. Okay? So y'all need to do something about this and support and protect this sister. Now it's out here for everybody to see. So we're all watching. In the meantime, family, let me know what you think about this. Drop your comments in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content. Also, don't forget to download the African Diaspora News app from your Google or Apple store. You will not be disappointed. Download that app. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Emma Ansah Unfiltered. Until next time, please be safe.